Bisshhh'ss, 'tis I, Chlois, aka Manny Bish on Instagram. Today I have actual dried sunflower petals that I am cutting up and that we are going to be putting on my nails. So my best friend one day took my son to Lowe's and they brought me a sunflower, and I love sunflowers. And as soon as I had the flower, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take some of these petals off, dry them out, and I'm going to use them for a mani. And I had forgotten about it, and a couple weeks later, the flower started to dry out and die. And so I just let it do its thing, and then I took all of the petals off, and that is what's happening. So I am doing this gel method, just so I have more time to place flowers, and work with it. So I put a layer of Mani Boss 2-in-1 gel on my nail, and I'm going to be placing these petals around. I cut them up, but I didn't quite cut them up small enough, so a few of them I'm going to have to I'll be cutting as I go. And I'm just placing them with these tweezers, and it is going, because it's like a natural flower, I didn't put it in a book to flatten it out or anything. As it was drying, I just let it do its thing naturally on the flower. So it was kind of hard to get it to lay flat, which all in all wasn't a big deal, because I put this first initial layer down, and that's the only layer that I'm going to do. But I am going to keep layering gel, the 2-in-1 gel over top of it, to build up the strength, the bulk, and to really encapsulate the flowers for when I go and file, because this nail did come out pretty bumpy. So of course, with the different flower textures and everything. So, I wanted to make sure that it had a nice, good encapsulation on it for when I filed, so that way I didn't take off much, if any, of the petals. So I got those on. I'm just lightly pressing them down. I'm going to flash cure this just to keep it in place for 10 seconds. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on my index finger, but I'm only going to do it from the middle part of my nail down to the free edge, because I'm going to make it, this one, I'm going to make an ombre. I'm going to use Kiara Sky glitter, and I cannot think of the name of it right now, but I have it right here next to me, so let me see what it is. It is called, it's the 3D Sprinkle On glitter in Honey Bunny. So that is what I'm going to use at the cuticle of my index finger for the glitter. And I'm also going to be using it on my thumb here in a few minutes. You will see that. But yeah, this is as far as my creative juices were flowing for this mani. Was just enough to put flower petals on my fingers and create a little sunflower spring mani. So here I am going, my nail is still wet, my index finger is still wet. I'm just going to take a fluff, or more like a dense eyeshadow brush, and sprinkle that just right at the cuticle, and that is it. I'm not going any farther down the nail. I'm just putting it right above my cuticle, tapping it and letting it fall where it will. And then I am going to cure both of those nails. I'm not doing the other ones yet. I want to make sure that those flowers don't start sliding around, because if you hit them they will move. So I'm going to cure those for a minute. And then now with them cured, you see me coming in with the scissors. I'm just trying to get off some of those extra pieces that I know are not going to get completely covered up by gel, just because of the way they are laying, just being so bulky and sticking out. So I'm just cutting some of those down. And then I am going in with Beaming Sun by Kara Sky, and this does glow. And we are still doing the gel method. And I am going to be pouring this over on my ring finger, my pinky, and my thumb. So this color will be on those 3 fingers for now. And then I'm going to be doing something different with my index finger and my thumb. But we are going to be doing 1 layer of this right now over my ring, pinky, and thumb. And again, curing for 1 whole minute. I do cure for a full minute, and I just got, I made the investment and got a Kara Sky Pro LED lamp, and that thing is amazing, and it cures so fast and so well. But I still do the full minute, and or sometimes I do also use 90 seconds. I'm one of those people that it worries me that my gel may not be cured all the way or enough. So I tend to go a little bit longer than you should. But anyways, either way, a full minute, if not more. And again, before I put, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. I put those in the light for a minute. Now I'm going to go in. Every time I do a layer of gel on anything else, I'm also doing a layer on my index and my middle finger. Because even though I'm not putting any more product on them, because see here, I thought I was going to put more glitter on my index finger, and I said, no, you know what, it's fine just like that. So I'm just putting on more layers of clear on those 2 fingers. Again, I'm not adding any more product, like powder or anything to them, but I do want to keep adding a layer of gel just to make sure that I am encapsulating everything, trying to get a smoother surface for when I do start filing some of those bumps out. We have a good, nice layer to end on. So I'm going to be doing 2 more layers. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to be doing 1 more layer of powder on my thumb. And, well, okay. This is what happened. I did 1 more layer of just the Beaming Sun on my ring finger and my pinky. And now here on my thumb, we only have that 1 layer of Beaming Sun. And on this layer, I am going to do the glitter at the cuticle. And then I'm going to do the free edge in the solid color. So like a traditional ombre for this one. And you're going to think I'm crazy, but that little bit of powder, because when I was doing the pour over, I was pouring from the bottle, from the jar to the lid. So I have a little bit of powder in this lid, and I'm just going to sprinkle it directly on. I didn't have a cupcake liner on hand, but it was fine. My paper towel caught it all, and I was able to at least put it in my trash jar situation, but it wasn't a lot anyways. It's not as much as it looks like. I didn't want to sprinkle it right back over the jar because we did have that glitter down, and I didn't want to risk any of the glitters falling off into the jar. So that's why I did it this way. But Then we cured that. I am going to do, I left my ring finger at 2 layers of Beaming Sun. I'm going to do a 3rd layer of Beaming Sun on my pinky. And then I'm going to do 1 more layer of glitter ombre situation on my thumb. And again, we are still, every layer that I'm doing on the other fingers, I am putting a layer of gel on my index and middle finger. Like I said, I was just really trying to make sure all of those petals were capped. So I did, I think that was it. I only did 2 layers on my ring finger because I'm going to be doing a sugar nail on that one, and I did not want it to be super bulky. So that's why I left it at that. Now we are going to encapsulate all of these nails, and I'm going to get to filing and buffing. There wasn't a whole lot to file and buff. I noticed that I don't have to do as much filing and buffing when I do the gel method as I do with dip liquids, and I'm assuming, don't quote me, it's because that gel is more self-leveling than dip liquid. Some dip liquids can and are self-leveling, but they still have a dry time, you know? So once they get to that point, they're just going to be stuck where they're stuck. But gel, the longer you leave it there, the more it's going to settle and just level out on its own until you cure it. So I just noticed that it doesn't take as much filing and buffing when I use gel. So I am scrubbing all my dust particles off of my nails, and this is what we ended up with. A little bit of the petals did come off, but it wasn't anything crazy, and I still like the way it came out. So yeah, this is it. I am going to top coat all of my nails except for my ring finger right now, because I am making that one a sugar nail. So I want to cure all of my other nails before I go in with that glitter, just so that way the glitter doesn't accidentally get on any of my other nails and then get cured and stuck to those nails that I didn't want glitter on, if that makes sense. So I am going and doing all of my fingers except for my ring finger, capping my edges, curing for a whole minute, and then coming back and doing my sugar nail. And I'm still using the same Honey Bunny glitter for my sugar nail from Kiara Sky. So that is that. I'm waiting to do my thumb. Why? I don't know. I just all of a sudden decided that I would top coat my thumb at this point, which I don't know what was going through my head. But anywho, you know, I needed to get on my spring and summer vibes, and I have my spring mani on my left hand, which that was my last video. If you guys missed it, I will leave it in the cards. And this is my hopping on the summer vibes mani with the sunflowers. Get all nice and warm and out in the sun and tan. That's my kind of vibe. Hot summer tan vibe. So that's all I did. I just put a layer of the 2-in-1 on, sprinkled that glitter over. I'm pressing that glitter down into the gel. That way it's not like sticking up and like super rough. It's going to be rough. It's going to have texture to it because it's just a sugared nail. but I want to make sure that those glitters are still laying flat and not sticking up, because they will get caught on everything. So just a fair warning. So anywho, I press those glitters into my nail to make sure that they're flat. Now I'm going to top coat my thumb. Again, I don't know what my reasoning for waiting on my thumb was, because with my Kira Sky lamp, it cures all your fingers all at the same time perfectly. So nice. I love it. Anywho, this is my Manny. This is my sunflower vibes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, Bisshhh'ss.